Hello and warm welcome to all of you on this episode of the PEP Talk. Today, I'm going to talk about a very useful and important topic which will help all of you to sail your boats through this period when you are leading or you are working from home, trying to sell products, meet customers, and motivate your teams. No marks for guessing what the topic is. Of course, it is public speaking. Let me share my screen with all of you. So as I promised that I will be back again and back with an important topic, so it is. You know that when you are trying to speak to multiple people, especially whether it is online, virtual, or face to face, public speaking holds a key to success for all platforms of work and all categories of people. Of course, before the session, always suggest that certain rules are followed, and that's for the benefit of both the audience and the trainer. Public speaking, why we really do it? We motivate groups and teams. We give and pass on information. We try to influence people. We try to sell products or market them, sell an idea, and of course, to promote something, maybe business or anything to do with a startup and so on. So I believe that as I promised that this will be important for all of you, and so it is. The process is pretty much simple, and you need to assess the topic, analyze what you want to talk, why you want to talk, and the audience. Do research on the topic, and be ready with data and answers to any questions expected or unexpected, and organize your speech and deliver it. The basic flow, again, pretty much simple, nothing of rocket science. Initiate, that is start with a bang, of course, present the topic, and then at the end, recap and summarize. How to structure it? Structure your communication, maybe bullet points, pointers, control over what you want to say, and what you have thought that you will say. So there should not be a very big gap. I think that's important. And able to connect with the ideas when and where required. Then we move to how sharpening your axe is important. That was a story. So the moral is that you need to be prepared. So prepare for 2 days to present for 2 minutes. So that's what I follow. So it's like 20:2 policy. Then we want to know how to begin. We can begin with quotes, stories, trivia, questions, humor, because we want to start with a bang and engage the audience. It's important. In the presentations, you can play videos. I'm not going to do that. Mind mapping. Won't talk in details because this is a demo PowerPoint presentation, but this will help you to structure your speech, and also the audience will follow easily the cues and where you want to take them to. Again, it's a recap what we discussed about the start and the body and the ending. Again, we have videos to showcase that. Body language plays an important part. Facial expressions, postures and gestures are very important, and helps to communicate rather than miscommunicate. Then we want to understand the audience. Not everybody is interested when they're sitting there. Somebody are forced to be there. Some people just come to see what it is, but there are people who would be really interested, and they're easily molded. And the previous two categories need a lot of work. When we talk about getting started and the tone, of course, making people feel comfortable and understand what is their understanding level, and then creating a first impression is important. We have already discussed in some of my videos about how tone is important, so I'm not going to go much into it. We'll leave it at that here. We'll move to the next part. Of course, you can look up. Again, we have a video to showcase that. As it is a demo presentation, as said, we're not going to get into it. Just to again emphasize on facial expressions, really. We want to have a substantial amount of facial expression correctly portrayed. Then I want to add something interesting into the presentation. Maybe like yesterday's video, I talked about activities and not making people bored. I think you can do that. Storytelling also could help. Table topics, of course, this is for the training, so I would give picture readings and table topics for people to just practice. Important part is this part is where public speaking and nervousness somewhere come hand in hand, and we need to get rid of this. So there are certain tips, as you can see. Do's and don'ts, certain things like timing, as I discussed the second point already, preparation I discussed. Connecting with the audience is the most important thing. And as I said, getting rid of nervousness, starting on positive note. I think point 7 I've discussed. Don'ts also. Again, too long presentations can be really boring. People will lose interest. Don't be sarcastic. Point number 5 I'm talking about. And rest of it, I think, is self-explanatory. So I really don't have to discuss. Closing is important, like the starting. So you can summarize the points and end on also a positive note, and then leave people with a memory to be cherished. X factor, I always want all of you to follow. That is how to bring that unexpected into the expected and creating something delightful. So we can do by various methods. Some of them are mentioned here. As we move on, pitfalls also have to be taken care of. So repetitions, boring content, long speeches. I think these are pitfalls you should avoid. And adult learning principles, if not followed, could be serious cause damage to your presentation skills. Again, we have videos to provide you with explanations and the debrief. So as of today, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope you like the video. Share it with friends, and keep watching the PEP Talk. And until next time, as always, be well, be safe, and be positive. Keep smiling.